98.3 WOW FM, 738 TJ and Michelle. Let's go to the phone. Ted Nugent, how are you?
TJ Hart, happy springtime.
Hey, man. You're getting ready to kick off your tour here tomorrow.
Yeah, who's going to stop me? You know what I mean?
Yeah, who is?
When you're having this kind of fun, nobody messes with you. Actually, a lot of people mess with me, and that just brings me more joy.
I know.
Isn't it fun to dance on the skulls of idiots with aplomb?
You know something? It is. It's too easy anymore.
You know, don't make me go Pierce Morgan on you.
Nah.
I gotta tell you.
Locked and loaded, friend.
I feel.
Hey, you are going to be down in Houston at the NRA National Convention in May, I see.
Well, you know, they changed the name to the Nugent Rifle Association.
They did. Good.
So I think I owe them my glowing presence. Yeah, I'm so proud. I've received some of the highest votes in the history of the National Rifle Association Board of Directors. It's proof positive what I've always felt in my gregarious lifestyle. That working hard, playing hard America understands the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, the Declaration of Independence, the Ten Commandments, and the Golden Rule. We don't need interpretation. Self-evident truth drives conscientious and educated, smart people's American dream. And when they vote for me on the board of directors of the NRA, I think it's the same reason I am greeted with such positive energy and friendliness all across this country, is that absolutism is long overdue, and I've been an absolutist on God-given individual rights as guaranteed by the Constitution for about 45 years now, so people celebrate that, and like you stated, I think they are learning more and more that this experiment in self-government is not just a right, it's a duty, a moral, I believe spiritual obligation that we owe those U.S. military heroes in flag-draped coffins and in wheelchairs and in rehab. We owe it to those warriors who have sacrificed so much for our American dream.
Hey, Dad, I just saw an image on TV that might make you smile. It was Dick Durbin sweating.
You know, we really are infested with, and a lot of people get angry at the words I choose, but I choose them responsibly. Guys like Dick Durbin are just subhuman. For them to literally force Illinois residents into unarmed helplessness, for Dick Durbin to believe in and try desperately to increase a murderer's dream, which his Chicago is, it's a gun-free zone.
Oh, yeah.
So when Nancy, you don't have to read this, you need to sign it, Pelosi speaks. When Diane, I've got a 38, but you can't have one, Feinstein speaks. These people are rotten to the core. I believe that the President of the United States can be honestly and accurately described as a Chicago gangster, acorn scammer in chief. I believe that the Attorney General has identified his soullessness by running guns illegally and in violation of his oath to the U.S. Constitution, running guns, the top cop in America, guilty of running illegal guns to Mexican drug gangs. TJ, it doesn't get more bizarre than this. Alfred E. Newman and Alfred Hitchcock wouldn't produce this Planet of the Apes Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest movie. America is dumb enough and soulless enough to get exactly what they deserve, and it's represented by this scam artist as the president.
Well, we've got so many low-information voters out there. I understand that you're not only writing music these days, but you got the Ted Offensive that comes out every Thursday on WND.com.
Why not? Who's going to keep this boy down? You know,
who is?
I'm an American dreamer. I don't need the Constitution, the Bill of Rights to identify my God-given individual freedoms, but it's nice to have a reference point. I write a weekly column for WND, WorldNetDaily.com, and for Newsmax.com. I write for a number of sporting publications. I've got hundreds of articles if you Google me on WashingtonTimes.com or HumanEvents.com. I've written some New York Times bestsellers. I create the coolest, sexiest music in the world. I got the greatest band and the greatest crew on earth. I just wrapped up the greatest hunting season of my life, donating massive tonnage of venison to my fellow Americans at soup kitchens and homeless shelters. Excuse me, TJ, while I adjust my halo.
There you go. Tilt it just a little bit to the right, please. There you go. Perfect.
If you're not having fun with me, you're weird.
I'm having fun. I'm having a blast. Hey, Ted, there have been some people that have been getting in trouble for donating meat to homeless shelters, hunters that have a heart that go out there and do such things as you've been doing. For some reason, it didn't go through quite the right political process, and I understand that a lot of meat went to waste about a year ago over a situation where they kind of had it in for the hunters.
Well, I believe the worst and most criminal violation of this We the People charitable donation of sacred protein was down in Louisiana.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a state that's identified as sportsman's paradise. While we talk about the soulless, corrupt abuse of power that runs amok in this country, we also have to salute and thank the good in defiance of the bad and the ugly. So since I'm on Iowa radio right now with you, TJ, I want to salute Governor Terry Branstad and certainly the Iowa Department of Natural Resources and the great citizens of Iowa. They're working hard, playing hard, supporting families, donating massive tonnage of the purest, most delicious, nutritious protein in the world, venison, the renewable perfection of venison, through the Hunters for the Hungry program. I think that has a different designation in Iowa, but certainly all this precious meat that we harvest annually, it's why Thanksgiving is in November, because that's the hunting season, they're doing God's work. So there are many, many glowing examples of righteousness and quality of life, conscientiousness, and certainly Governor Branstad and the Department of Natural Resources in Iowa, because of the hunting families of Iowa, are definitely in the asset column, so we salute them.
Definitely a good bunch, and I got to tell you, the folks here, they love the governor. Both sides of the aisle, sometimes they have disagreements, but you know what? He's about the easiest to get along with guy I've known.
Well, you know what? When you're in a position of leadership, you cannot, and you're not supposed to, make everyone happy.
No, you can't.
You're supposed to do the right thing in spite of idiots. So, and it's a tough line to toe. But in the final analysis, I come from the great Republic of Texas, the last best place for sure. And we do have the greatest governor, Governor Rick Perry, and the greatest Attorney General, Greg Abbott. But, Scott Walker in Wisconsin has reversed the suicidal hippie trend of that great state.
Thank God.
And just the fact that Iowa now has a dove season and it's become a destination for conservationists and hunting families all around the world. Iowa is probably the number one destination white-tailed deer hunting state in the nation. So, again, a great salute for that kind of conscientious, intelligent, science-based wildlife management. And Governor Branstad has a great role there.
We're speaking with Ted Nugent right here on 98.3 WOW FM. And, Ted, you're going to be in town at the Val Air coming up on July 26th and when the concert hits town. And I gotta tell you, I love your music. I've loved it since the 70s when I first heard you.
How can you not love my music?
Your guitar screams, baby. I love it.
What would life be without Stranglehold and Fred Bear? Are you kidding me? No, I'm having so much fun. I got too, TJ. What we do when we come to Des Moines 100 years later like this. I think this is my 50-something year touring. I'm an old man, but the force, the sheer energy and ferocity of my music and Mick and Greg and Derek and the heart and soul that my guys put into every song, every lick, every night, every concert is really, really a force to reckon with. But I got to thank everybody in Iowa. I've been coming there for, at least 40-some years. And you always kick my ass royal. There's a real positive music-loving energy in Iowa, and I got so many friends there with Irv Wagner and his family and all my hunting buddies. But the music has a life of its own, but I know, too, that because I've been indefatigable in my standing up for Second Amendment rights and hunters' rights, and I don't just toe the line, I push hard, and I've upgraded concealed weapons reform and hunting rights reform all across this country. And the real conservationists of Iowa know that I've been on the front lines for at least 40-some years, and they appreciate that. So that brings an increased intensity to the musical performance, because Stranglehold is a love song of defiance. And underneath the hunting boots at a typical Ted Nugent concert, you will find shards of political correctness and status quo punks.
Hey, Ted, you did a movie once, and I can't remember the title of it, but I just
Barefoot
absolutely...
by Horses with
Toby Keith, that's what it was. That's what it was. You guys run the stakeout out at the farm.
That's right.
Loved your character. I just absolutely loved it.
I'm a funny man. Again, Richard Pryor and Lenny Bruce and Sam Kinison and Don Rickles. These are my heroes. If you're not having a good laugh with Uncle Ted, man, are you blowing it? You gotta quit with the dope. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why do you think they call it dope? You'll find that everybody that hates Ted Nugent is either on dope, just coming off dope, or getting ready for more dope, or acting like that. So, the line is drawn in the sand, and the people that stand with me, my supporters, are the greatest people in the world. The people who hate me are really, they hate America, they hate freedom, they hate productivity, they hate entrepreneurs. So I'm real proud of that subhumans and punks hate me. I mean, it drives my life, man.
Now, Ted, I understand that you've never, speaking of dope, you've never touched this stuff.
No, I've been clean and sober for 64 years. That's why I'm like this.
That's sharp as a friggin' tack.
That's why I can still shoot my bow and arrow pretty good. Our Spirit of the Wild show has been voted #1 on Outdoor Channel now for, 24 years? Are you kidding me?
Jeez.
And that's because people catch on that clean and sober is the basis of a quality of life. It's the basis of the most fulfilling and gratifying American dream. And a lot of young people watch our Spirit of the Wild show and come to the concerts and they read my stuff, and they're really learning that, peer pressure is a lie, and that getting high should come from within, not with chemicals.
Amen. Amen.
Deep, gratifying fun and joy because I've been clean and sober. You can't have as much fun as Ted Nugent if you're not clean and sober, period.
Indeed. Ted Nugent has been our guest, and Ted, we'll see you on the 26th at Val Air here in Des Moines. God bless you, and God bless America.
Yeah, God bless you, TJ. God bless everybody in Iowa. Thanks for this incredible support over the years, and God bless the U.S. military and their families, because freedom ain't free. I'll see you soon, I hope, man.
Oh, yes, you will. Thank you, Ted.